Hello everyone to Honkai Star Rail Sunday on the actual Sunday itself. And it looks like our audio is doing well, so I'm going to leave it where it's at. As you can see, we are still at the point in time where Cyrene and Finon are having their reruns. We had a little special live stream where we did pull for Finon on the beginning of July, my birth month. And as you can see, we were guaranteed, so we were going to get him regardless, but he did make us wait all the way up until the 80s. But that does seem to be my luck recently. We are probably going to throw a couple more pulls at it if we can get them in time, at least another 10 pull probably, because I would love to get E4 Finon because his meta is E2, E4, E6. So I would love to get E4. It's probably not going to happen, but we do have a lot of characters coming in the newest update. Oop, that is the wrong thing. The news thing. There we go. This one? Yes, so we are having the Fate collab where you can get Gilgamesh and Ren. Gilgamesh is going to be similar to Archer last time. You'll get him for free, and then you can get the freemium 200 pull light cone. They are doing a special thing where you can pick between Gilgamesh or Archer, and the same thing with the freemium light cone. And then the banners are Himiko's new SP form is going to run in both parts of the patch. And then they will have, I think, 3 characters with each of them. In the first round, the character that I'm interested in is, of course, our Donhung SP form, Permiancer Terrare. I would love to get him to be E1. And then in the second round, we really want to focus on getting Ceridra, because one, I like Ceridra. She's on my list of people I want to pick up on their next rerun, or just in the future. And also she would be amazing as the best support unit in the game for Finon. I think she's even better than Cyrene is. So that would be great. And then also after we have gotten the Emperor, I would love to get E1 and Exaggerus. Because he is a great unit as well. But that's a lot to pull for, so we'll see what we get. And looks like we got some messages, so... Blade Tracker plugin version has been updated for you. What's new? Resolved certain known issues and added vibrate reducing functionality. You sent a message, nudged Blade's phone, and made it buzz once. You nudged Blade's phone and made it buzz once. Your friend Blade has come online. Shh, be quiet. I'm watching the monitors. What is it this time? Doing some intense enemy tracking on the surveillance feed? No. Typing. I'm reviewing the surveillance footage of Cat Cake. Are you sneaking a peek at Sesame Cat? Mm-hmm. What did you see on the monitors? Is Sesame Cat okay? It has made 2 new friends. One is white. Seems like this one can't sit tight. Has quite the temper and loves to talk. The other is red. Doesn't talk much, but has quite the temper as well. It's good. Sesame Cat used to keep to itself. Me. Then let's call them Snowflake Crisp and Red Date Pudding. Your friend is typing. Now they're fighting each other. Looks like their relationship is a bit strained. Now they're licking each other. Turns out it was just a misunderstanding. They're fine with each other. They're gone. Perhaps they noticed me watching and went into hiding. I'll check the other surveillance feeds. If there is nothing important, I'll see you next time. That's actually adorable that Blade is just like watching the live monitors to stare at the cat cakes, which I fully understand as I love these things so much. They're just so cute and I can't wait till they update with more of them. It'll just make it hard choosing who you want on the stand. Because I actually really enjoy this setup right here. His greed knows no bounds. I love him, Your Honor. Oh yeah, and then also they did the drip marketing for Robin and Adventuring. I will agree with the sentiment that they should have been skins, honestly. I don't think that they should introduce the SP forms as, like, character important, like, and, like, lore important, and then just the next ones be essentially glorified 5-star skins. Like, you cannot tell me that the SP Blade and Robin skin are any more detailed than this. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot tell me. Though, there is something I am super excited about that's coming to... which shop is it? Gift of Stardust? They're gonna add a new pet to the Gift of Stardust, and it's gonna be one of those emoticons. I've been wanting to change my pet like these guys. It's gonna be a little emoticon. I've been wanting to change my pet, and there wasn't really anything in the shop I was, like, super obsessed with. I was maybe thinking about getting the pajama set for the conductor. So I will definitely be excited to be able to... Have I missed any of this? Nope. I haven't gotten to in-game content, and so I'm not able to get the Stardust. Because you get the outside of, like, the basic stuff they give you every couple of months. Because the Stardust is based off of, like, the in-game content rewards, and so we're kind of stuck. Anyway. But I'll probably be saving up for the emoticon. As I said, we will be pulling for... We'll try and throw, like, a couple more pulls at him. And today, now that I've rambled enough, we're completely done with the main story. And so we are just going to work on these side quests. Alright, Daybreak Squadron Successor. A kid's blocking the front desk at Pearl's Tower. What's going on? The kid keeps yelling about wanting some protagonists, but aren't I the protagonist here? Please, I'm begging you, I really need a Mechatron. This is the most important thing in my entire life. Because the Daybreak Squadron uses them to fight, I want to be just like them. I want to pilot one too. I heard the Daybreak Squadron got beat, but that can't be right. They're heroes. They always stick together and punch the bad guys. Heroes aren't supposed to lose. I don't believe it. When Cinderborn came to see me in the hospital, he told me that a real hero never ever gives up. So I'm going to carry on his legacy and show everyone that the Daybreak Squadron is still in the fight. They helped me when I was down, and now I want to help them back. But without a Mechatron, nobody's going to believe that I can represent the Daybreak Squadron. Yeah, Daybreak Squadron visits sick kids in the hospital all the time. They even... Oh lord, there's even TV crows covering it. Thanks to Cinderborn's encouragement, I'm better now. No wonder what they say, no virus could defeat a true hero. Kalis, please. We can't be giving the children this. I happen to have a Mechatron at hand, the biggest, baddest one right there. Hold on, let me verify. Yep, the Mechatron is indeed registered under your name. Whoa, this one's so cool. Can I pilot it into combat? Well, I'm afraid that won't work. Operating a Mechatron requires the pilot's wish power, and Daybreak Squadron's custom Mechatrons are all personally nurtured by their own wish power. You don't have enough wish power. Besides, you're just a kid. Even getting it started would be hard for you, let alone actual combat. Exactly. At least let me have a shot, but if I actually pull it off? Alright, I can apply for the streamlined process and pull it up. Try your best, but don't get your hopes up. I've got actual business to take care of. Catch you later. Thank you so much, sir. I'll never forget you so long as I live. Of course, I want to be a hero piloting Mechatrons in battle, just like the Daybreak Squadron does. I can never get tired of it. I'm so excited. Sir, shall we get going? Let's see. Yeah, there's no, like, closer teleport. Ooh, I saw that. Gimme. Oh, it's itty bitty. Whoa, is that the Mechatron? What should I do? Oh, I meant to click 2. Whoops. Repeat after me. No matter the ebb and flow of fate, stop staying within the lines. May this journey lead us starward. Oh, looks like it's starting up. The kid can actually pilot a Mechatron? I might have just stumbled upon a little prodigy here. Stand. Swing! I did it! I really did it! Sir, I piloted that Mechatron just like the Daybreak Warriors did. It's all thanks to you for showing me the ropes, sir. No way I could have pulled this off on my own. I've dreamed about this day so many times, but now that it's actually here, my heart won't stop pounding. Finally, I can issue a spectacular challenge to the one who defeated the Daybreak Squadron. Just you wait, Baseball Raccoon. Huh? You're saying you're the Baseball Raccoon? How's that even possible? You're not even a raccoon. Did I spend too long laid up in the hospital and miss the news or something? How's the Baseball Raccoon a person? Maybe that's just how it's meant to be. The first person to help me after I got out of the hospital turned out to be the very enemy I'd been searching for all along. Sorry, sir, but under the witness of the Phantom Moon, I, Silas, challenge you to a duel. Cinderborn once said that emotions are humanity's greatest strength, so let this battle be a clash of our convictions. I heard there's going to be an intense Mechatron showdown here. A duel without an audience is incomplete, therefore allow me to bear witness and be the arbitrator. I vow to judge fair and square. Considering we were guests earlier, it was only proper to observe the courtesies. But now, my mech spirit burns brighter than ever. Baseball Raccoon has accepted your challenge. Now then, if you two would kindly proceed to the combat testing sandbox next door. I won't back down. Let's settle this fair and square. An admirable resolve, kid. Now steel yourself and go forth to write your own legend. In the year 1999 of the Arcadian calendar, the King of Terror descends from the sky. He walks the path of destruction, vowing to transform Arcadia into a world overflowing with trash cans. Dimension City's guardian, Daybreak Squadron, tried to stop him, but with just a casual swing of his bat, he defeated every last Daybreak warrior. King of Terror, say something to the audience, will you? Who wrote this narration? I found a template online and made a few tweaks based on my experience as an animator. Hope you'll like it. Dimension City's final line of defense has been breached. At this critical moment, a boy named Silas, successor to the Daybreak Squadron, decides to stand and fight. Care to say something, chosen one? Well then, I won't back down. This is my fight. The hero and the King of Terror have taken their positions. I hereby declare the final battle of Daybreak Squadron is about to commence. Oh my god, does he get like a magical, like a power range? He does. I love this. Aren't we gonna defeat him though?
Death, finding watch over
or does he get like plot
guide
armor?
you on your path.
Slash,
Doubt farewell.
you know how you play with children and let them defeat you.
It's of no consequence.
Receive divinity.
Or is he just gonna have like an ungodly amount of HP that we can barely do any damage?
Serenity is before me.
The future will come. Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Your sun tear the sky.
Oh. There's only so much you can do when you go against Finon. My Mechatron is smashed to pieces, but I just got my hands on it. I lost, just like the Daybreak Squadron. No, a loss is a loss. A true hero would never be defeated. I guess I'm still far from being a hero. Dead wrong. Oh god, hello Cinderborn. Kid, you're giving heroes way too much credit. Heroes aren't gods. They fail, they lose their way, and they face setbacks just like anyone else. But the reason we call them heroes is that they're always get back up. So get up, kid. Cinderborn, is it really you? Can I get a photo with you? No, I'm just a spectator. The one representing Daybreak Squadron should be that kid. Look, kid, you carry the name of Daybreak Squadron on your shoulders. Don't let down the people who believe in you. Now get up. Then whistle at the unjust destiny and hit it with everything you've got. Is this real? People are actually supporting me? Get up. Don't let Daybreak Squadron's fans down. Show these spectators what we're made of. That's right, a true hero. I love the little bunny kids. Look how cute they are. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. Stay down. Go get them. I've got your back. The voices echoing in my ears, all those cheers and shouts, so even I can carry people's hopes and expectations, just like a hero would. The power, it's pouring into me. Incredible. The People's Wish Power has mended Silas's damaged Mechatron. He's still standing. Let's go for another round, Baseball Raccoon. Man, this kid really doesn't know when to quit. The tension's already through the roof. Do I really need to go all out in this fight? It would be rude, but also at the same time, like, you want the kid to win. But, like, if the kid figures out you let him win, then it's like... Victory isn't something handed to you on a silver platter. If you want to be a hero, you gotta earn it with your own 2 hands. Let me show you my respect with a strike backed by everything I've got. Under your relentless barrage, Silas's rekindled fighting spirit was quickly snuffed out. Guess I still can't do it. I lost. I'm no match for you. You beat Daybreak Squadron fair and square. Can't argue with that. Once upon a time, there was a boy who resolved to become a hero, who would save the world, but in the end, the Baseball Raccoon mercifully crushed his dreams. Would the boy still remember the wish he made as a child many years later, when he sat at the window, his hair white, reminiscing about the past? Well, please. Thank you for playing along with me, sir. Truth is, I know that no matter if I win or lose, what's already happened won't change. I just wanted to be a hero like Cinderborn, that's all. There's something I once said to Cinderborn, and now I'm passing it on to you. Anyone who perseveres in their own life is a hero indeed. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, speaking of which, where's that Cinderborn warrior? I still have so much I want to say to him. Making it real. I imagine that's like the achievement that we defeated him. Show your respect to Silas with a full power strike at the combat's test pit. Wait just a second. Do you still remember me? I'm Silas. We once met at the 3rd hospital 3 years ago. You might not remember it, but I've never forgotten what you said to me. Your words kept me going all this time. Look at me now. I can run, I can jump, I can even pilot a Mechatron. I'll keep honing my combat skills and work to become a hero just like you. I really want to be a successor to the Daybreak Squadron. You're doing great, kid, but I'm not worthy of to be your idol. The real me isn't nearly as dazzling as the suit. But as Salvador, the superhero, once said, even if we're only chasing the shadows of the Phantom Moon, the path we walk is real. Keep that fighting spirit alive. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll become a true hero. I'll be looking forward to it. Are you Magnus? Ignoring your attempts to stop him, Cinderborn quickly vanishes into the crowd. Looks like it's time for me to leave, sir. I'll never forget what we had today. Since the kid is so into Mechatrons, I bet they love the limited edition model. This is the King Pom Pom Ally Armor 999, the very mech Daybreak Squadron piloted to their defeat. Now I'm giving it to you. I hope that the Astral Express and I can become heroes in your hearts too. You bet. Goodbye, sir. I hope we can both make our dreams come true. Anyway, at least I hope Silas live out his dream of piloting a Mechatron. Was that Cinderborn just now, or Magnus? Good thing I've got his contact info. Better go ask him about it. Oh, it's you, Mr. Trailblazer. How can I help you? They told Magnus about Silas and his unwavering resolve to become the successor to the Daybreak Squadron. Didn't think I'd had such a passionate fan. That's good. After all, this world is always in need of heroes. Ever since that whole incident wrapped up, I've been stuck in bed resting at the hospital. Even popping next door gets me a lecture from the doctor, let alone sneaking out. What you encountered must have been the real Cinderborn. Well, I guess that's it. See you around, Mr. Trailblazer. I'll figure out how this works eventually. As you can see, we're almost through with this. At least where it's up to now. Boss, here's the thing. Just one casual trip to Inkfold Hermitage, and we've already got colleagues sneaking off and ghosting us for good. Go round them up and put them back to work. Is there a quest for that? No, I guess we haven't started it. That makes sense. I don't think I picked up any quests from this area. I think they said they were like here-ish. That's not it. Oh. Wow, the scenery here is amazing. The leaves are fluttering about and the snow is falling nicely. These emotes. I knew I shouldn't have read more books. I can't even squeeze out a single sentence to describe this scene. I think I'll go take a nice hot bath first. I'm completely drenched in sweat from sword practice. Seeing that bubbling hot spring and its steam, I just want to dive right in. Since when did you start sounding like those healers from the Alchemy Commission? Relax, I train in martial arts, so I'll be fit as a fiddle. I'm not lying, you gotta believe me. Fine, if you have a problem, forget it. If Hua Hua and Little Gui were here, they'd definitely nag me about it too. Let's save the hot springs for later. It's been a while, so why don't we head back inside first, warm up with a pot of perfect wine and catch up. What do you say, President? No, wait, just pretend you didn't hear that. A pot of perfect wine. Perfect! Sorry, boss. I guess I ended up exposing myself. Since things have gotten completely out of hand, you and I have no choice but to battle it out. Take this.
Watch over you and guide you on your path. Serenity is before me.
For tomorrow.
Hopefully I did not mess up my sound just now.
Fight as one.
Is my sound still good? Oh lord, you cannot hear me over the sound of the fighting.
Torment and doubt, farewell.
The future will come. Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn.
Is that just a fight thing, or did I mess up my audio? Okay, no, that was just you can't hear me over the fight. Great. Furbushang. Failed after all. I am the sleepy Furbushang. Hold on a second, boss. Before drawing my last breath, I must compose an exquisite swan song. I literally... blah, blah, blah. Swan song to suit the occasion. My goodness. I've been weary of the wage-earning Furbo life for way too long. I just wanted to return all my wish power and turn back into my original form. That's why I came to Inkford Hermitage to say a final goodbye to you. Is that really okay? Can I go? Thank you, President. Even if I'm about to disintegrate into countless Wispay and won't be able to play these little transformation games with you anymore, I'll be forever grateful to you. See ya, President. President, According to our tipster, there's something fishy going on at the Graphian Academy's infirmary. They say that every time the curtain gets pulled back, something strange happens. Does this topic sound of interest to you?
Why don't those people in the Go Home Club? Why did you get more love letters than me? That's not fair.
Through the curtains of Graphia Academy's infirmary, a shadow can be seen. Someone was in there, not lying down, but standing right on the bed. Maybe there's some kind of weirdo. The infirmary's facilities all have their proper use, and clearly standing on the bed isn't normal, which means you need to lend a helping hand. What is with all the body doubles? Wait, I've seen this before. Listen to me, I'm not what you think it is. Really? And there I was, thinking that I was already quite experienced in dealing with such surprises. Calm down, let me explain. I am you and you are me, that's right? Yeah, after witnessing such chaos, even things we were sure about don't seem to be certain anymore. Look, long story short, I've got here after opening a door before— Oh wait, this is the other side of the thing! Like, last week we were in front of a door and we saw a doppelganger and they were like talking, and then now we're on the other side, so it was literally us in both scenarios. Oh, that's fun. I like that. But it's just at different points in time. Before my brain could even process what was happening, I was already planning my way back. Whether you're from the past, the future, or an imaginative version of me, draw the curtains and let's each return to our own timelines. Thank you. The curtains have been drawn, and there doesn't seem to be any more movement inside. A general introduction to psychoanalysis. Discover the bizarre event behind the clinic's curtain. But yeah, last week we got the point of view from the door side. That's fun. Boss, we've got a problem. We've been getting tons of messages lately demanding to know why we've dropped our sponsorship from the Research Society of Happy Smiles, but not from Full Wish TV. Boss, what should we do? We were slow to respond, and the magazine really does need the sponsorship money. Please hear me out first, boss. The sponsorship fee is just way too hefty. If we pull the plug on their partnership now, they'll probably come after us for compensation. Payday's right around the corner, boss. We've got to hang in there. Even though Full Wish used to be the director of Full Wish TV, she wasn't the one calling all the shots there, you know. Word has it that the execs at Full Wish TV are scrambling to distance themselves from Full Wish. Wouldn't be surprised if they rebrand as Furbo TV before long. But I heard most of the production team from Arcadian Morning Report jumped ship to Do Mention TV, so the outlook isn't looking too rosy. The official line is that the TV station was hijacked and exploited by Full Wish, making them victims of the incident too. Considering the sponsorship fees, the magazine's stance, and public opinion in the community, what should we do now, boss? Full Wish TV is now synonymous with Full Wish. We neither endorse Full Wish's position nor possess the latitude to unilaterally terminate our partnership with the network. This represents our current predicament. An honest and upfront approach might just get everyone to understand us. That's really something, boss. Sorry about that, boss. If only we could chat about something lighter like we usually do. From this moment on, I owe you a more lighthearted topic, boss. I'll come back with good news. waiting to see if any more of them spawn in. Didn't we already do this one? Do they, like, reset after a time? We'll leave that one for now. After the Great Raccoon defeated Foolish, someone claiming they saw a ghost-like presence at Seafeld TV Tower. Terrifying stuff. Huh? Wait, doesn't Planet Arcadia have ghosts literally everywhere? What's so scary about that? Oh, maybe it's the kind of ghost that's super scary, even in the world where ghosts are everywhere. Beep boop, my paranormal radar is going haywire. Great Raccoon, you should head to the scene and check it out. Oh, this one's like an actual quest.
Dear visitors, welcome to Seafeld TV Tower. Due to the recent incident.
So you're the one who posted on Forbobo Weekly about the TV station being haunted? Yeah, it was super creepy. Now I just can't shake the feeling that someone's always there watching everything I do. And today I saw it with my very own eyes. Little girl vanished right in front of me like a ghost. Oh, come on, little raccoon. You think I can't tell a ghost when I see one? The reason why it's so scary is that little girl, she's clearly not a ghost, yet she vanished right before my eyes like a ghost, just like that. Never mind, just forget about it. When and where was the last time you saw the ghost-like little girl? Thank you, little raccoon. Now I can head to work with a peace of mind. Last time I saw the mysterious girl was near the station director's office. Anyway, I'll be counting on you to go check it out. Blood of the Lone Wolf. That must be where the odd job worker encountered the mysterious petite girl. Let's take a look around. Stop right there, despicable Kalis. How dare you show your face right here again, at this very place where you killed me. This isn't even the place where the showdown occurred. It's close enough. Since you're asking who I am. I didn't. That's not how it works. You gotta ask, otherwise we're not getting anywhere. Thanks for cooperating. Oh, hi, Silverwolf. That's right, I'm none other than the almighty Alpha Wolf. Didn't see that coming, did you? Whatever, you'll probably figure it out anyway. Aw, you and Blady are the only ones who play along like this. I'm so moved. See that mountain of chairs? Foolish was standing right in front of it like she was about to put on an acrobatics show when we got there. Don't you want to know how she built that mountain of chairs? Because I'm dying to find out. So I snuck in here to access the security cams and see what went down. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Do I look like I've got nothing better to do? Okay, you're probably right, but this time I'm actually here on business. Long story short, Pearl wants us to dig into where the Sinwish Syndicate got the mask from. You know, the one Sunday is holding right now. This whole thing probably involves other IPC departments, so Pearl can't trust any of the locals. In comparison, a mercenary like me is actually more reliable. After all, it's easier to pin the blame on me if something goes south. Anyway, I'll put the mask thing on hold for now. I'm here to investigate who killed Skott and the Sinwish Syndicate. Someone's gotta be calling the shots behind this bloodbath at the end of the day, and Pearl wants me to dig him up. Speaking of which, messing with that Skott guy back on the Cianjo was pretty fun. It's a shame he got taken out all of a sudden like that. Same, I don't know why, but it's just bugging me. As expected, turns out you're the ghost-like little girl, Miss Silverwolf. Benefactor, what brings you here? Oh, Miss Terror in the Fog, are you here to watch the director Foolish stack chairs into a mountain too? The thought of Foolish stacking up a mountain of chairs is intriguing, but I'm not here today for an acrobatic show. General Yao Guang has requested that I investigate the conspiracy behind Foolish. I assume you two are here for similar reasons as well. Just face it, this is your fate as a nameless. Guess there's no point in hiding it from you. Truth is, we're here to investigate the Sinwish Syndicate's case and track down where they got the mask from. You know, the one you swiped. My sincerest apologies. It was not what I intended. Then tell us what you're here to investigate. Consider it an apology. Truth be told, I'm here to investigate the origins of a certain item. Shuhu's flesh? Mm-hmm. That's precisely why I followed the rumors here. Since we're both investigating Director Foolish affairs, perhaps we could join forces and put our respective talents to good use. This could work. But how exactly are you planning for us to work together? Right before we met, I found a business card among Director Foolish's relics. The business card belongs to a small company called Noctis Trading Co. LTD? What does that stand for again? It'll come back to me. The Xianzhou Merchant Guild of Planet Arcadia has informed me that this company has been conducting smuggling operations behind the scenes. It made me wonder, why would someone prominent like Director Foolish keep such a shady company's business card? She probably needed something from them. So I asked the local Xianzhou Merchant Guild to fabricate a transport assignment and arrange for a representative from Noctis Trading to meet with me. Oh, I get it. You plan to infiltrate this whatchamacallit company and have me provide hacking support to help you get the information you need. Information we need. Makes sense. How about this? You meet with that company while Kalis and I hit the top of the TV tower, providing remote support by tapping into the tower's signal strength. Here, take this Aether sticker. Just slap it on the computer where they store import data, and I'll be able to hack it remotely. You'll be the brains of the operation, obviously. That's what you do best. Thank you both for your help. I truly appreciate efficient communication like this. We'll be in touch once we've reached our destination. Ooh. Oh Lord. There we go. Darn. Whoop. There we go. There's something over here. Okay, so pop, 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 and pop, pop, pop. Okay, so there isn't anything over here. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. Ooh. That was a pretty good one, not gonna lie. I probably didn't even need to do that. I could have just gotten to the teleport thing that's up here. I shake my head. Oh, yeah, go along. The mist is heavy and the stars shine at high noon. Oh my, divination here in the Plain Arcadia indicates that the limping hexagram, definitely not a lucky draw. You're an honest, curious one, aren't you? Reminds me of my junior soror. I'll break it down for you. If you can see scarlets at high noon, it means their light is drowning out the sun, which is never a good sign. And the next part says the right arm is broken, but no one is to blame. I'm afraid you'll be stuck in a rut lately. That might even bring harm upon yourself. A single mistake could ruin everything as your luck runs out. How should I know? I'm just gonna pack my bags and head back to the Yugui. Tell Ching Chui to hurry up and lead the Lufer to serve as an envoy in Planet Arcadia. That's the plan. I'm leaving. Boss, for your information, I've mastered the hexagram myself. I'm just as sharp at divination as Madame Yao. But that's just how people are these days. If you don't dress up as Madame Meow and put on a whole act, no one's gonna take those words seriously. No matter, even if you've seen through me and Madame Meow's esteemed words, my insights about the Arcadia have gotten more profound. I heard that other furbows who do roleplay always end up fighting you when they get busted. Not that I'm planning to do that. But if I deliberately stand out from the crowd, my coworkers are bound to give me a hard time later. Boss, sorry about this, but I've got to ask you to spar with me.
I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
For tomorrow!
Serenity is before me.
The future will come! The dead return!
Except for penalty talk.
Bloom. Repay.
Fight as one.
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Your sun tear the sky!
Guess I'll do for an explanation. To spar with the boss myself. What an honor. I just wonder which one of you is stronger, you or the former boss, Nihilux. Fire and water are irreconcilable. Their ambitions incompatible. Rivalry between the presidents has always been this way. I can smell the creative inspiration in the air. Well then, I'm off to craft a story about you two bosses clashing. Bye boss, let's hope I create something truly magnificent. Oh, okay. So now it will do the jumpy thing, right? Ah. I need it to be on this side. There we go. One, two, three. Darn it. Summon the Helpbud in mid-air. Oh lord. And then jump. So, 1, 2... Okay. This is gonna take a second. Pop. And then... Nope, that didn't work. So 1, 2... 1, 1... Okay. Ah! Okay. You all will have to forgive me. I'm very bad at platformers. Okay, and then summon, up, summon, and then up, and okay. Good lord. Okay. Oh, I see. What we're supposed to do. Oops. Oop. There we go. Got it that time. Oh, that looks new. You can fall in an endless loop. How fun. Does this bring you all the way back down to the bottom? It does. That's so funny. It is very pretty. We're here. I should be able to use the TV tower signal transmitter to hack into Seafeld City's systems. Just hold on a sec. Let me fine-tune this. Benefactor, I've arrived at Noctis Trading. Are you guys ready yet? Seafeld City's system architecture is a total mess. It's like a bunch of headless, writhing tentacles. Kind of gross. Give me a sec. Let me pull up the security feed first. Ugh, oh boy, the routing is a complete mess. How do people even survive with such terrible infrastructure? Found it. Should be one of these four. Let's verify manually. We lost again. Think a little brat like you could challenge me? I've already achieved financial independence and devoted myself entirely to the Cosmicon Collective. What a joke. Wow, what a nasty old geezer. But remember this, no matter how strong I am, I'm just an old-timer. You have to surpass me because the future of Cosmicon Collective belongs to you. Wow, what a fired-up old-timer. Alright, quit gawking at the old geezer. Keep looking through the security footage for this whatchamacallit trading company. Oh, great spirit of surveillance, have mercy upon all beings in your cold rotation. May your unblinking glass eyes see through the veils of reality and falsehood, weaving every humble prayer and unspeakable sin into eternal electromagnetic pulse. What the heck? This was unexpected. Probably just another Arcadian pulling some weird stunt. Not our problem. Let's just hurry up and find that whatchamacallit trading company. Huh? This looks like an office. I guess this should be the place? Oh, this is it. Tingyun, we found it. Tingyun, once you're inside, you'll remotely hijack the electronic devices in the room to distract them. Use that window to plant the Aether stick I gave you on their computer. Understood. Rest assured and leave it up to me. You've got this. After all, you've got quite a track record when it comes to breaking and entering. You flatter me. Meanwhile, at Noctis Trading Co. Excuse me, is this Noctis Trading? Someone from the Lafu's Goldstream Merchant Guild should have contacted you on my behalf to arrange a meeting with your company's representative. Oh, hi, let me check. You're Miss Tarrying? Is that correct? Please wait here for a moment. Mr. Noctis is currently in a meeting. How long will it take them? Oh, so sorry. The schedule says it'll take another half a system hour. You can leave your number and come back later. I'll notify you as soon as Mr. Noctis finishes his meeting. That's fine. I'll just wait here. Silverwolf, Benefactor. It looks like we've got a 30-minute window to sneak in and find the data we need. For a shady company, they sure have a lot of guards. Relax, we've got this. Kalis, let's create a distraction to draw them away. That should give Tingyun enough time to reach the office area. What a ruckus. Seriously, does any old thing around here work anymore? Just suck it up. We're off the clock soon. Let the next shift deal with the headache. Suck it up. Fine then, it's time to bring out the big guns. Warning, warning, self-destruct sequence initiated. Oh no, that car's gonna blow. Everyone take cover. I knew it. I told you Noxus's collection of junk was a bad idea. Quit yapping. Just get cover before we're toast. Do you think that's a bit too much for a distraction? Save it. While they're busy taking cover, get to the office area. What's going on out there? Sounds like one of Noctis's hunk of junk is about to blow up. Don't worry about it. It happens all the time. Well, they're certainly used to it. Silverwolf, Benefactor. Looks like these few aren't moving. You'll have to give them a little nudge. No problem. We're on it. Just make sure you stay out of sight. That's a fail. This wretched place only serves milk tea. Their dispenser is totally empty. Oh no, I think my computer just died, and I haven't even put in a staff lunch order for next week. Seriously, is food all you ever think about? Great job, Kayla. She's gonna be occupied with that for a while. What was that noise? It's coming from the locker area. Oh, for the love of... Did Diaki seriously stash his pet nose walker in this locker again? Go check it out before it escapes like last time. Not again. Alright, I'll go take a look. Anything but a nose walker, please, Diaki. Give me a break for once. Great work, Kalis. He's gonna be occupied with that for a while. Now's our chance. Tingyun, get into the core area. You two make a great team. I'm impressed. We've reached the office area, but there are a lot of rooms. Any idea where the data is? Beats me. Let's check them one by one. From my experience being in IT, the server room is always in closets. Well, this place is packed. About half the loot they've recovered is stashed here. There's so much stuff, and it's not like they can report a robbery if it goes missing. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? You read my mind. That's not why we're here. Let's save it for next time. Wait, are you a star traveler? What are you doing here? Shh, please don't tell anyone. I finally found a place to hide from that woman. That's none of our business, Kalis. Let's keep moving. Seriously, not even a computer? How does this guy work? Can't hack but isn't digital, right? True, but let's get out of here. This place is making me itchy. Bingo! Look, that's Noctis's name on the screen. The data has to be inside. Can't you just hack it from here? No, we need Tingyun to plant the Aether sticker first, otherwise the digital footprint would lead him straight back to us. But the door seems to be dead-bolted. Silverwolf, Benefactor, can you open it remotely? Piece of cake. There's a control room down the hall. We can use the cameras to hack our way through. Okay, we're in. Let's see. Yep, it's this one. You're good to go, Tingyun. Door's open. It worked. I'm in. Thanks for the help, guys. Now, this one's password protected and it's full of data. We're running out of time. Any ideas? Relax. Just slap the Aether sticker somewhere out of sight, like the back of the computer, and I'll take it from here. Done. That's it? You don't need me to stay until the data is secure? Ugh, you've been watching too many spy movies. A real Aether hacker doesn't need to hang around and look suspicious. Just get out of there. I'll wipe the surveillance footage as soon as you're clear. Got it. I'm on my way out. Thanks again, you two. Piece of cake. Tingyun basically walked out of Noctis Trading without breaking a sweat. No one even looked twice. Now that we've got the data, let's find a tea house to analyze anything. Sounds good. See you in a bit. Come on, let's go to the tea house and meet Tingyun. Hold on. There's a shortcut off the tower. Whoa, talk about a thorough ride. Kalis, let's take it. Oh, they mean the helicopter that I was messing around with. Let's go. This is gonna be a blast. Grab that while I'm up here. Guess I took the helicopter too soon. Click down. Oh. Oh Lord. Oh, shoot. So it wasn't the helicopter. How neat. Whoa, what a rush. I'd love another go, but case first, I guess. Luckily, this shortcut is always available. We can come back whenever, but seriously, who builds something this insane? The people here do have a wild sense of humor. I'm hooked.
Peaceful days are like breezes carrying the scent of wheat fields.
Well, did we find anything good in that data? Whatchamacallit Trading sure loves their paperwork. Every client history is neatly encrypted and filed. The security's not bad, but not good enough to stop me. I sifted through the data on my way over here, and the name stood out. Gillum Quinmire from the Intelligentsia Guild. He arrived at Plan Arcadia right after the Full Wish attack started. He barely stayed at all before hitching a ride out on one of the Noctis ships. Was this Quimir guy trying to smuggle something in? Not quite. He didn't hire them for import services. He wanted them to help him export a high-risk biohazard cargo. Most likely the thing General Yaguang is after. Following the Full Wish incident, someone sent Quimir to Plan Arcadia to try and recover the remains of Shuhu's flesh, but he failed and got out. I agree, so I looked up his travel records. Care to guess when he landed in Plan Arcadia? 15 years ago, right? Bingo! 15 years ago, he arrived just before the Herald of Death incident and left immediately after. So he was the one who brought Shuhu's flesh back then. Indeed, 15 years ago, Quinmir following orders to bring Shuhu's flesh to Plan Arcadia, which caused the first Herald of Death incident. Once the dust settled, he must have tried to retrieve Shuhu's flesh to hide his tracks. But he didn't retrieve everything. The remnants of Shuhu's flesh left behind in Plan Arcadia caused the second Herald of Death incident, the Full Wish incident, which forced Quinmir to return to Plan Arcadia to try and finish the job once and for all. I agree with all that, but we're still sitting here with zero hard evidence. Unfortunately, yes. Well, hello, Asheville. Whoa, where'd you guys come from? We got a leak or something? My security is better than that. Relax, you didn't leak anything. I'm just that much better at finding things. Please don't be alarmed. We're here to help. Oh, that's why the thing is called the Lone Wolf. The assistance you two mentioned earlier, what exactly did you mean? I've always been the type to settle scores, but the conspiracy behind all this runs way too deep. Kuchiba and I are too close to Pearl. One wrong move and she'll be caught in the crossfire. So the three of you have no ties to Plan Arcadia whatsoever, the perfect candidates to investigate this case. Back to business. Scholar Quinn Muir was found dead this morning. What a coincidence. How'd he die? Suicide. That's ridiculous. But without evidence, it can only be ruled as suicide. Plus, he didn't die in Plan Arcadia, so it's outside our jurisdiction. In that case, I'm rather concerned about the safety of those folks from the Noctis training. No need to worry about that. If someone wanted them dead, they'd already be dead. These guys are just ignorant delivery pawns. If whoever is pulling the string hurts them, it'll only draw unwanted attention. Yeah, but we're not just here to bring bad news. Someone quietly wiped out a massive amount of evidence related to this case. In the surveillance footage at the Sinwith Syndicate building, they were all conveniently busted after the crime. But this is Scott's personal computer, but the data was also deliberately erased. Wiping everything would be too obvious, so the mastermind only deleted the work-related information. The personnel data was left intact, along with a huge collection of questionable content. This personal information is completely useless to us, even a bit mentally scarring. But Kalis, you know Skott pretty well. Maybe there's a lead in there only you could spot. Miss Kushiba accidentally left his computer in the tea house. She'll be back to pick it up in 5 system hours. Before that, the two of us are gonna grab some noodles, so you guys carry on. Hold on, about Quinn Muir. I dug something up. Might be safer if I spill it with all 5 of us here. Miss Silverwolf, what did you find? Quinn Muir sent a bunch of one-way encrypted messages during his time in Plan Arcadia. Multi-layered encryption, auto-delete after reading. Even I couldn't correct them. But I did trace where those messages were sent to. Pearl's dedicated office line. That's what I'm trying to confirm. Complex thinking isn't exactly my strong suit, so I can't think of a reason either. But I utterly trust in Pearl. There's no way she'd do anything to harm Plan Arcadia. You guys can handle the rest of the investigation yourselves. Miss Kushiba, let's go grab some noodles. Take care of you three. Looks like the next step is to investigate Mr. Scott's computer. Maybe there really is some secret that even the mastermind hasn't discovered, just like Mr. Asheville said. Mechs, Intellitrons, mechs. Ugh, this person's taste is seriously weird. The vast majority of these materials really are questionable content. My eyes are going to end up with permanent damage at this rate. Skott was a real piece of work. His entire digital legacy is nothing but this junk. No, this can't be. Huh? Could someone have planted these to ruin his reputation? That's not what I meant. Kalis, do you remember? I'd be more concerned about yourself, Skott. Why were you storing your private data on an IPC computer? Private data? I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea, huh? I know she paid a hefty sum for the end-of-life data deletion service, so I'm guessing there must be something worth seeing. You stop. Stop right there. That's private. Who gave you the permission to invade my privacy? Just stop it. Skott bought the end-of-life data deletion service. Those questionable content should have vanished from his computer the instant he passed away. So these questionable content were left on purpose? Because the mastermind wouldn't bother to check these, and removing them would draw unnecessary attention. Exactly. These mech films are gifts Skott specifically prepared for us. Please don't say it like that. It makes me a little uncomfortable. My bad. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, if my hunch is right, Skott must have buried some information in these files. Let me check. Got it. Every questionable content has the same string of numbers deliberately hidden in an identifier code, and when you decode the string, it says, "Trust in the invisible hand." Neon Genesis Capitalist. Mr. Skott is a refined opportunist. He wouldn't go through all that trouble or even abandon his dignity just to leave us some proverb. The invisible hand must be referring to something else. But I really wish he'd been clearer in his last words, like maybe just write down the mastermind's name outright? He couldn't risk it. He knew full well the mastermind would comb through his belongings inside and out. If he had left anything too obvious, they would have sniffed it out. So in the end, he could only go through with something vague like the invisible hand. Hold on, invisible hand. I feel like I've heard something like that before. Oh, I remember now. Someone posted on for Bobo Weekly saying they spotted a hand over at Sinwith Syndicate building. If the sighting record was at the Sandwich Syndicate building, the invisible hand could very well be referring to it. Great, our investigation has progressed from trashy entertainment to internet ghost stories. I hope it won't play a deduction game like this. Anyway, this is the only clue we have. Let's go take a look. Once again, it's one of those quest lines that feels like it should kind of be in the main story, but it's amusing that it's just, oh yeah, this is a side content. People just don't do these, you know what I mean? Have I been here before? I remember, oh, this is the post from For Robo Weekly saying the hand appeared on the first floor. Let's search the area. Hello there, may I ask? Ah, they finally found me. I'm done for. Boss, guys, and Mr. Skott, I'm sorry. Looks like I couldn't escape fate after all. I'll be joining you soon. Calm down. How can I calm down? I've seen what you're capable. I'm just a weak little imaginated ghost with barely any wish power. There's no way I can stand up to you guys. The only reason I escaped the Daybreak Squadron is because I'm so insignificant nobody even noticed me. Who would have thought that in the end I still couldn't escape the fate of being murdered? Woe, it's me. Hey, my little hand friend, no need to be scared. Just relax. See that person with the gray hair? That's Kalis from the Astral Express. They're definitely not here to hurt you. In fact, they're the ones who defeated the Daybreak Squadron. If you're from the Astral Express, I can trust you. Please, just give me a moment to collect myself. My name is Hayek. I'm a receptionist of the Sandwich Syndicate and the sole survivor of the bloodbath not long ago. Never thought I'd say this, but not bad, Skott. You've got some skills. If you don't mind, could you tell us what happened from your perspective? Of course. In fact, I've been waiting for you all along. I'm just a receptionist of the Sandwich Syndicate building. I don't know much about gangs and mobs. Lady Mr. Skott has been visiting the Sandwich Syndicate quite frequently, always to discuss those masks. My guess is about the masks for the Phantom Moon games, but I don't know the specifics. Maybe it's precisely because I'm completely clueless about all this internal stuff that Mr. Skott actually enjoys chatting with me, giving me little lessons, venting his frustrations, that sort of thing. According to him, my dad taught me from a young age that the only thing worth trusting is the invisible hand. You're semi-transparent, so I can trust you halfway. Later on, the gang leader apparently kept the mask for himself, refused to return it to Mr. Skott. Every time he left a meeting with the leader, he'd be absolutely fuming, coming to me to vent nonsense, or nonstop. All I could do was smile and nod, providing some emotional support. And then out of nowhere, he just turned to me and said, "Listen up, little one. If anything goes down here, you need to stay hidden. You're pretty much invisible anyway. No one should notice you. Then, no matter who comes looking for you, you shall not show yourself. The second you pop up, you're dead." Mr. Skott, what do you mean by that? Shh, don't interrupt me when I'm talking. Just listen. I've gotten myself into some serious trouble with your cursed gang. With that pea-sized brain of yours, there's no way you can tell who's been bought off, so no matter who comes looking for you, you stay hidden. Don't trust anyone except the crew of the Astral Express. Because those guys at the Astral Express are stubborn little rocks on a sinking ship, and nobody can buy them off. I don't understand. You don't need to understand. Just remember one thing. That bunch of buffoons in the Astral Express, they're your only way out now. What happened next, you probably know better than I do. 3 members of the Daybreak Squadron stormed the Sandwich Syndicate and started slaughtering everyone. I followed Mr. Scott's orders and went into hiding. I haven't shown my face since. But before that, I did one more thing. Before I went completely dark, I backed up the surveillance footage from that day onto my personal device. Please take it. I don't know if it'll help you, but it helps more than you know. You did well. The mastermind deleted the original footage, but they had no idea you had already saved a copy. He hates you. That doesn't mean he doesn't respect you. Kind of like how I hate Herta. Actually, bad example. That came out wrong. One more thing. Have you watched the footage yourself? Of course not. Just holding this thing is enough to get me killed 10 times over. You think I'd actually dare to watch it? Hey, relax. Once we sort out this mess out, you'll be safe. But until then, stay hidden. Don't let anyone find you. When it's all over, Kalis will come find you and let you know. Got it. I'll stay put. Thank you, all of you. Let's get back to the tea house. Time for that movie. I like how all of these side quests up to this point have been like pretty quick, and then this one is like, oh, it's not gonna let me. Oh, we already transported here. Love that for us. I was like, teleport? Teleport no? Pull wave, you got some nerve, you know that? Handing out the mask like it's nothing. You think that's yours to give away? Mr. Skott, you flatter me. We're businessmen. To you, that mask might be some priceless treasure. To us, a slot in the Phantom Moon game's just another item. Goes to the highest bidder. You idiot, you have no idea what you're doing. You're inviting disaster on yourself and on me. Who are you people? Who let you in? Boss! Boss, run! What's going on here? What do you want? Mr. Skott, what is this? What else? Trouble's here. Hello, we're kind of busy right now. Call back later. Go on, shoo, scram. Mr. Skott, I've had a hand to you, cool as a cucumber, even now. Well, it's all that really necessary. We're both spies planted in the strategic investment department. If we can't watch each other's backs, fine, but turning on each other? You misunderstood, Mr. Skott. Did they upgrade his model for this background for this? I swear his eyes weren't this good originally. I really think that they're gonna give us like a 4-star Skott character model. You won't misunderstand, Mr. Skott. I'm not here to kill you. I don't plan to. The ones who need to go are these clueless plews who don't know when to quit. You're not involved. You warned them multiple times. They didn't listen. What can you do? The boss entrusted them with that mask, not so they could run wild with it. I get it, but how about you ask the boss if we can just give them a good beating and call it a day? Never knew the lone wolf Skott had such a soft spot. Look, I'm not gonna waste time on this. Let's talk cooperation. After this is done, you and me, we're on the same boat, for good. From here on out, our trust is going to reach a whole new level. That's a good thing, trust me. You and me, we're gonna pull off some incredible stuff in the Phantom Moon games. Ha! I believe you, but nah, I'll pass. I've done my fair share of shady stuff. Stole some goods, made some bribes, but straight up murder for profit? That's a bit too far, don't you think? Listen up, Skott. I don't want to kill you, but if you refuse to cooperate, then you'll leave me with no choice. Cooperate with you? And what then? You think I won't get killed after we work together? You think you're safe? We all knew the deal the day we joined. One day, and they'll come for us too. I am Lyndon Skott. My house signal is the lone wolf. My family creed is no friends, no enemies, just prey. And yet for decades, this so-called lone wolf has done nothing but play the loyal lapdog and lift their boots. Right now, if I'm going to die anyway, I'd rather die as a wolf. You want a dog? Try a dog shelter. Is that so? What a shame. Do it. Huh. We'll meet again soon. In the hell for fools. I can't believe that mask would lead to such a murder case. When it came down to life or dignity, he chose dignity. That man, he was something else. A person's true measure shows when they're faced with life and death. At the very least, in that moment, he was someone worthy of respect. The mastermind disguised their voice. We can't identify them from that. How are we supposed to find them now? Mr. Skott, if only you'd scream the killer's name before you died. Maybe we could check the Sandwich Syndicate's call log. Shouldn't be hard for Miss Silverwolf, right? Miss Silverwolf, you've been quiet for a while. Was that footage too gruesome for you? Yeah, hold on. Almost done. There, done. No wait, Miss Terror in the Fog, who do you think you're talking to? Go ahead, tell people a Stellan hunter can't handle a little blood. Let's see who they laugh at, you or me. Then, what are you doing just now? Just put the video up for auction on the dark web. What? Miss Silverwolf, what are you doing? See, this is why you're my best friend, sharp as always. The mastermind out there, silencing everyone. The second they see my auction listing pop up online, won't take them half a system hour to track us down and finish the job. Detectives of old went out looking for the killer. Modern detectives, we let the killer come to us. It's like fishing without a hook. Well, that's not quite the right term, but you get the point. Won't that mastermind see through it? That's the second time today you've underestimated me. I'm gonna get angry, you know. Who do you think I am? Relax. Their hacking skills are barely non-existent. There's no way they'll figure out we're baiting them. They'll probably think some crooked security officer is trying to make some quick cash. I almost envy them, getting the Celeron hunter Silverwolf to personally bait the trap. Well, it is a decent plan. Glad you recognize my brilliance. So now we just wait for the killer to show up? Since we've got time to kill, why not guess who they really are before they get here? And I, the super genius Alpha Wolf, have already cracked the case. We've got every clue we need. This mastermind is someone who's already crossed our path in our trailblazing expedition in Plan Arcadia. All clues are in motion. Happy hunting. But, I mean, kinda cool, right? I've been waiting for an excuse to say that. Even I can vaguely feel it. All the clues point to the same person. What stood out to me most was the last bit of dialogue in the surveillance footage. That part is interesting, but probably not the clue we're after. Exactly, which means the mastermind must be an official within the Strategic Investment Department back in Plan Arcadia. Another detail that caught my attention is that one Miss Silverwolf uncovered. Scholar Quinn Muir sent multiple encrypted messages to Madame Pearl's office channel before she died. Right, and that's actually terrifying the more you think about it. Any guesses why? Exactly. The mastermind is probably someone inside the Strategic Investment Department who can intercept messages sent to Pearl's office whenever they want. Alright, with those two clues, the killer's identity is pretty much out in the open. Gotta admit, it's a total blind spot why Quimir kept sending encrypted messages to Pearl. Yeah, those messages were never meant for Pearl at all. They were meant for someone else on that official channel, another Strategic Investment Department official. Someone who reads every message before Pearl does and decides whether she ever gets to see them at all. And that someone is the CEO's secretary, Miss Mia. So it was a setup. Didn't see that coming. Guess I fell for it after all. Looks like you're desperate, silencing witnesses yourself. Times must be tough. Can't be helped. The boss didn't give us much of a budget. The boss you speak of, is it the marketing development department, right? Stop trying to get information out of me. I don't have time for this. Right now, it's do or die. I love the design of these magical girls' stockings. I would love to make something like this, or like have tights. Like, look how fun those are. Actually, I'm gonna take a snip of those. I want to see if it's possible for me to make tights that look like that. Their shoes are also iconic. Let me just save this. Tights. Okay. Go, tear them apart. I just realized their guitars are also like chainsaws. That's fun.
Torment and doubt, farewell. I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
For tomorrow! The dead return! Bloom. Repay.
But yeah, they've really gotten... Wait, you all can't hear me during the fights. Never mind.
I'm fine.
Serenity is before me.
A future will come.
Except for
I'm
penalties.
fine. Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn.
But they've done really well on like the monster design recently. I really like them. While you were waiting for me, you three did not contact the security office, did you? Clearly you have other plans for me. Actually, that's exactly what we need to discuss right now. Miss Silverwolf, it looks like we are both after the same target, but if I'm not mistaken, you're supposed to deliver her to Madame Pearl in secret. And you're supposed to take her to the Cienjo. It appears we've reached a bit of an impasse. To be honest, I'm just here for the money. I couldn't care less who she ends up with, and you're just here on the Lafu's behalf to help Yaguang. This has nothing to do with us, so there's no reason to fight over it. Let's just give our bosses a call to explain the situation and let them fight it out themselves. Miss Silverwolf, you certainly have a way of seeing right through things. Your suggestion is quite reasonable. Silverwolf and Tingyun explained the situation to their respective bosses. Before long, both sides seemed to have reached an agreement. They've reached an agreement, and that verdict is, let the neutral party from the Astral Express make the call. Don't worry, just make a choice. Hand her to Yaoguang or Pearl. Make your call, and that's it. Simple enough. Either way, I'm finished. I guess even Skott could talk sense every now and then. Since I'm already at death's door, let me at least set the record straight on one thing. I did not bring Shuhu's flesh in. I certainly did not order anyone else to do so either. My boss's original orders were me just to bring in biological weapons. That was all. That was all? Compared to Shuhu's flesh, that's particularly nothing. This item was swapped to Shuhu's flesh on planet Arcadia, and everything just went completely south from there. So who swapped it out? Was it a Sot Pramod? I don't know, and I don't care. Neither does the boss. Our goal was simply to throw Planet Arcadia into chaos. Now that that's done, it is irrelevant. That's quite the confession, but unfortunately you're not going to die anytime soon. The information you have is too valuable, whether it's the Shenzhou Alliance or the Strategic Investment Department. They will surely take very good care of you until we have everything. Oh, even better. The choice is yours, Kalis. Pick a nice place for me to retire, will you? Well, since she was sent here by the marketing department, I feel like she should go to Pearl because they're the ones having internal issues with them. Understood. General Yaoguang respects your decision. I'll join Miss Silverwolf to hand Mia over to Madame Pearl. Okay then, let's go, Kalis. Thank you so much. Let's meet up at TV Tower in a bit. We haven't seen that foolish acrobatics recording yet. Later that day. Higher on the left. Whoa, 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 easy now. Keep the right side steady, would you? Add 2 chairs behind so the sides match up. Ugh, I said hold it steady, will you? I thought she climbed up there. It turns out she was carried up like she was in a sedan chair. Would it be a bit twisted if I said I wanted to see her fall flat on her face? You know what, Tingyun, you and I might actually get along pretty well. So now that the Phantom Moon Games is back on track, what do you say we team up and smash Kalis's raccoon head? Only the best of friends deserve to be totally wrecked. No holds barred. That's just how we gamers show respect. What a pity. I'm afraid I can't partner with Miss Silverwolf to oppose my benefactor. General Yaoguang has ordered me to leave Planet Arcadia right after Scott's investigation ends. There are alliance matters that require my assistance. Ha, what a shame. I was just starting to vibe with you. So are you ever coming back? That's hard to say, but I shall keep a close eye on the Phantom Moon Games. I hope you both put on a truly spectacular performance. Indeed, I look forward to our next meeting when things are a bit more peaceful. Shh, hold on, save the sappy goodbyes for later. The real show is starting. Hey, ouch! Not the one with his hand in front of his mouth, that's funny. Well, I told you to keep the right side steady. What are you standing for? Hurry and help me up. Whoa, she really fell. The terror in the fog is a prophet of doom. Spooky. Please don't make me sound like I jinx. It was clearly her own lack of balance. You butterfingered fools, they're going to be here any second. Director, they're already here. Forget about it. Don't bother lifting me up. Just help me fix my makeup. All 3 of you stare intently at the surveillance footage. For an acrobatics app, this clip sure is some top-tier entertainment. Complete the jump time on the TV station rooftop and leap from the top all the way down to the interview hall. Reach the very top of Seafeld TV Tower. No assassins, no creed. I love that one, actually. In an interplanar jump, use help bots since Hedgehogge or floating spirits flying. Bowling Master. And hand over Scott's killer to the Strategic Investment Department, as if nothing ever happened. Ah, last 5. Nice. Beep boop, have you seen the super popular cartoon The Labyrinth Game, Great Raccoon? No worries if you haven't seen it yet. Check out this thread instead. It's even more entertaining than the show. Why are the Labyrinth Game fans throwing down? Oh, I remember them.
Peaceful days are like breezes, carrying the scent of wheat fields.
We'll see if this is a short or a long one.
I will save you, Simon!
Hey, this is the Labyrinth Game's only con. Why'd you show up cosplaying the Fluffy? Oh well, so niche fandom folks should be broad-minded anyway. And with the Labyrinth Cave animation blowing up right now, we'll become mainstream in no time. Of course, while it's a shame that Chair Sky passed away before finishing the ending, but it left us with infinite possibilities for fan creations. Everything you see here is God tier. Feel free to check them out. My sworn enemy picked out my prison uniform for me after my arrest. In the 5th year of hunting down Vexus, Mercator finally brought her in. No shouting, no struggle. Vexus simply accepted her fate. But for the rest of her life, Mercator never dared to stop chasing down evil, perhaps because she could never forget those melancholy eyes that Vexus had when she took the M-sized prison uniform from Mercator's hands, just before she was locked away. Nah, not my style. Kill me by my name. Their final confrontation came to an end on a bleak autumn night. You are my best partner, Vexus said as she collapsed to the ground, sorrow in her voice, and the only one whose names I want to call my final moments. Yeah, but drop the act, Mercator said. Right now, the one who's being called upon death is me. Okay, I like that one a bit better. Rise again, Chair Sky. Many years later, staring at the unfinished ending, all fans of the Labyrinth Game would remember that the distant afternoon when Chair Sky stretched Vexus's very first strand of her very first strand of her hair, but the story cannot end here. Rise again, Chair Sky, finish the ending for us. Actually, give me them all. Unable to choose, you decide to take them all. By the laughter above, thanks for your business. Well, I can't exactly encourage you to wearing cosplay from the other franchise to the Labyrinth Game, but only con. I gotta admit, your baseball raccoon cosplay is spot on. You look just like the real thing. Speaking of which, there's an insanely accurate Mercator cosplay here today. Everyone's been lining up to take pictures. I'm planning to head over and check it out later. Your cosplay is so good, you should learn from others and go to conventions you're actually supposed to attend. Don't do this again next time. Can't be bothered explaining to this guy. Speaking of which, Shui would probably be interested in the so-called spot-on cosplayer, right? I should take some photos for her before I head out. The fan comics here all seem pretty interesting. Maybe I should take another look around. This is a fan comic set in a parallel universe. On the cover, both Mercator and Vexus are wearing Xianzhou-style outfits. Wherefore, why dost thou not smite me? Dost thou spare my life merely to vaunt their mercy? Thy sort doth merit but steel. Thy sort doth merit but the steel, and not forgiveness. Yet should I slay thee with this very hand, wherein shall I be different from thy malice? You honestly have no idea what these two classical styled characters are saying, but isn't that kind of how Shui talks too? She might actually like this. Never mind, the author's interpretation of the Xianzhou style in Plain Arcadia always feels a bit off. This is a beautifully printed fan comic with excellent artwork. On the cover, both Mercator and Vexus are drawn extra adorably. Miss Vexus, may I pinch your chubby little cheeks? You may not, Miss Mercator. You are a detective and I am a murderer. People like us shouldn't... don't suddenly pinch my chubby little cheeks like that. Sorry, I can't help myself. Your chubby little cheeks are just too adorable. Even though you've never read The Labyrinth Game, you are absolutely certain that whoever made this fan comic hasn't either. Looks like every fandom gets plagued by these weird fan works from people who have never touched the source material, and it'd be even worse if the fan comic sells. Seems to be some kind of fan comic. The cover reads, Transcending Modern Ethics with Vexus. It is about 700 pages without a single illustration. Vexus's actions represent a complete negation and evocation of the other in the context of modern ethics. Through sovereign charm work interfering with existential order, she attempts to reforge the transcendental structure of norms upon the void of the law. In other words, Vexus is not merely a murderer, but rather one who questions legitimacy. I swear, people, I can talk. legitimacy itself through the form of violence. This action is precisely a periodic destruction of deontology and momentic interpretation of a value reevaluation. She believes she's striving for justice, yet in truth she has fallen into an infinite recursion of signifiers, pointing to signifiers, reducing justice to a mere self-referential game of mirrors. You have no idea what this fan comic is about, but you do know that no matter how many people Vex has killed in the story, she's very clearly missed one. Lord? Kalis, please. Oh my gosh, what an adorable little grade school detective. It's like seeing Mercator in the flesh. Is this really cosplay? How does she even look exactly like Mercator? But look at this chair with eyes next to her. It looks exactly like the chair guy's comic self-portrait. Please stop crowning around us. Wait. Baseball Raccoon? Hey, you're Baseball Raccoon, aren't you? Since you're also a comic character, you should understand my situation. Please help me get out of here. Correction, I am the original. Comic real person, whatever it is, please just find a way to get me out of here first. It's just a small crowd. If you can distract them, you can make a run for it. You decide to... You pull a handful of common currencies from different worlds out of your coin purse and scatter them into the crowd. It's just loose change, but the effect is exactly as you expected. People rush forward in a frenzy, scrambling to grab the money. After all, even if the pie that falls from the sky is only worth a single penny, no one can resist bending down to grab it. Ah, passion always gets its butt kicked by reality. Nice work, Miss Chair. Now it's our chance. Leg it. The crowd scatters instantly, giving you the chance to escape the scene with your two strange new friends. As expected of the Baseball Raccoon from that super popular comic. Seriously, I'm not a comic character. Oh, up. We should be safe here, thank you. Why are we running? Oh, come on, you really don't get it? I'm not a cosplayer, just like you're not cosplaying Baseball Raccoon. I think I get it now. Baseball Raccoon is a character based on you. It looks like our situations are completely different. But at this point, I'm really at my wit's end, so I might as well be straight with you. I'm not pretending to be Mercator. I am the Mercator from the Labyrinth games. As for me, I come from the notes from the author. On the inside cover of each volume of the Labyrinth game, the little self-portrait that Chair Sky drew of herself is me, Miss Chair. To put it more bluntly, we're aberrations, unauthorized imaginae who transformed within the Department of Aberrations Defense's approval. But hey, this wasn't our doing. The Labyrinth game hasn't been updated for over a decade. I suppose it's because during the Phantom Moon games, when wish power fills the world, that led to our unexpected creation. Plus, the Labyrinth game recently got an animation adaptation, which brought the work back into the spotlight among reusers. Oh. So if comic books are coming to life, I'm surprised that the fluffy characters haven't become entities. Can you imagine if we could have the fluffy characters as pets? Oh my gosh, I would immediately want the Don Hung one. The Don Hung one would be adorable. Okay, if this is real, I need the Hoyoverse team to make the fluffy characters as pets. I don't even care if they're locked behind, like, you know the Furbos, how you had to pay to get those? I'd be willing to do that for a Don Hung Imaginary pet that follows me around. Oh my gosh, it'd be so cute. I suppose, yeah, so we read that. Our old work's gone viral, but now Miss Chair and I have become aberrations, hunted down by the Department of Aberration Defense. What a pain in the neck. Don't be so down. Look, Chair Sky drew us with eyes and legs back then. Now, how awesome is that? If she hadn't died, the story would have had a perfect ending. That's probably what the fans were thinking when they created us, too. What a shame. All four of my limbs are legs, so I've got no hands to learn how to draw. But you can run so fast. When the Department of Aberration Defense was chasing us, you scooped me up and ran. Hey, I hope you're here to hunt down the bad guys, not running away like me. I did consider turning myself in, since my life principle has always been never break the law, but I can't do that right now. And as for the reason, I think you've already guessed it. That's right, just like with Miss Chair, Vexus, the ruthless vigilante who kills without batting an eye, has also arrived in this world. Bexis, a child born into a family of security officers, was once my best partner until she walked down the path of carnage. Once she sees someone's face and speaks their names, they die exactly as she predestined. With a supernatural power, she kills her way from criminal to colleagues, from the heinously evil to anyone who stood in her path, until finally she turned her blade on the innocent. Is this a Death Note or a Detective? This is either a Detective Conan reference or a Death Note reference, with all the names and the death and whatnot. To stop her, I stepped onto the board right before the comic's ending and set a trap. If she tried to curse me to death, she'd be caught immediately. But alas, the story froze at that moment and the criminal escaped to this place. As Detective M, who knows her best, I must first stop her from committing more crimes, then turn myself in. Because I was born, justice never exists independently. Detectives are born only to eliminate evil. Those murderers' calling cards aren't just convention merch. They've been posted elsewhere, everywhere else too. So listen up, and I'm not being dramatic here. Vexus has entered reality, and with her blood-stained lips in hand, she will bring violent and absolute death to the City of Elations. If I report this now, I'll get arrested over my identity due to lack of evidence. The best course of action is to find Vexus first. Do you have any reliable detective contacts in Plain Arcadia? Oh yes, absolutely, and it's our old friend, the Ashen Detective. You nod with satisfaction. The head of the Mercator fan club will definitely be happy to help. Informants are the lifeblood of a detective. You can contact him over there, and I won't pry. Swing. Oh, I love that they follow you. That's so cute. Let's give Asheville a call right here. Can you confirm that, Mercator? Stop watching that animation. You've got a client calling. Hello, this is the Ashen Detective Agency. I'm busy right now. I'm very unhappy to be of service. Don't question my answers. It's all in my hands. Come on, the thrill of chasing crime gets my blood pumping. I don't care about Mercator. You watched the Labyrinth game too? You told Asheville about what just happened. By the laughter, Mercator appeared as an aberration in Plain Arcadia, and she said Vexus was there too. If anyone else told me this, I'd think they were messing with me, but since it's coming from you, he isn't exactly a saint either, probably just messing with you as well. No, he's different. I believe in him. Vexus has appeared in this world, and it sounds serious, but don't worry. If it's M herself, she'll definitely prevail. Just like her catchphrase says, you can curse everything, but you can never curse justice. Too bad I can't make it in person, but I'll introduce you to my best informant. It's not that I don't want to go, I just can't. Mercator is my favorite detective. In criminal investigations, you must avoid letting emotions cloud your judgment, so I need to avoid getting too close on a personal level. The lazy detective retorted with such an excuse. Besides, isn't that what everyone says? Don't touch your idols. A little gold always rubs off. That lazy detective tries to get away with it by spouting wise quotes. Narrator, send the informant's location to Kalis's phone. Remember, the passphrase is, it's going to rain today. Before hanging up the phone, the detective cast a profound glance at the window where a storm was brewing. I love narrator, actually. Looks like you've got the lead. Well then, let's get moving. Oh, and a door. Street alleyways, shadowed corners. In an instant, your mind floods with scenes from spy thrillers, all hidden currents and covert tension, and now you're about to become one of them. Let's find a way to meet the informant first. What was the passphrase? Asheville mentioned it earlier. I accept your passphrase. Need the protection of the law's umbrella? I am Rainmaker Umbrella, and I'm sure Asheville has already shown you my strengths. Wow, what a handsome umbrella-headed gentleman. No problem, I'm just as unbeatable attorney, but also an unbeatable informant. So you must be a Miss Mercator that Asheville mentioned. Being an aberration must come with many inconveniences. Perhaps you'd like me to help you file a lawsuit against the Department of Aberration Defense for imaginary identity registration. No need. I know I'm not welcome in this world, and I won't stay here for too long. But before I leave, there are matters I need to resolve. Her name is Vexus, and just like me, she's an aberration born from a comic. She's a bloodthirsty killer, extremely dangerous, and we need to find her. Huh? You're not just messing with me, are you? This is clearly P. Runa, the head of the Dimension City branch of the telecom carrier Arcada Teleroom. A comic character? I don't read comics, so I might be wrong, but this picture looks exactly like P. Runa. I might be wrong about this. P. Runa is quite a good leader, and her subordinates can't stop praising her. Plus, she's happily married, has adopted a child, and both her career and family life are smooth sailing. She really doesn't seem like someone who would be a serial killer. Besides, she's been the head of Dimension City's Arcadia Telecom branch for several years now. There's no way she could be the aberration who manifested at the same time as Miss Mercator. I understand. Rationally speaking, Miss Perina shouldn't have anything to do with this. I must verify her identity in person, because my detective intuition is sounding the alarm. If she really is Vexus, then she now has access to almost everyone's personal information in Dimension City, and she can curse without any obstacles. In other words, Planet Arcadia has become even more dangerous. That's private information. I really can't share that, but I do know she often visits this restaurant called Walk and Roll in Yum Yum Alley, and she goes there 3 or 4 times a week. See, the funny thing is that I know an actual business that's called Walk and Roll in reality, so that's fun. It's dinner time now. Why don't you try your luck at the Walk and Roll? You might just run into her there. I remember that place. That was Chair's favorite restaurant when she was alive. That's where she came up with Walkstar, her debut work. Looks like she might not be completely uninvolved in this. Thank you very much, Mr. Umbrella. We'll head to the Walk and Roll right away. Hopefully we can find Miss P. Runa there. Let me remind you, the law rests on the presumption of innocence. Be careful not to let your desire to solve cases take over and push you across boundaries that shouldn't be crossed. Mr. Umbrella, Detective M is driven by justice alone. Oh wait, the door. Wait, whoa. This is a door. Chains drag across the floor, gears twisting and contorting, metal prison doors slamming shut. You hear some spine-chilling noises from behind the door. This should be the familiar shackling prison of the Cientra Lafu to you. However, what's unfamiliar is why the door would lead here. The officer keeps a polite smile while sizing you up, her face clearly saying, "What's this, turning yourself in for fun?" Kalis, we meet again. I am Che-Yi, the jailer in charge of this section of the shackling prison. I can see your confusion as to why you've ended up here, and I'm not surprised in the slightest. The shackling prison has always been wary of the two-way teleporters that randomly lock onto coordinates within the prison. Thus, we've made adjustments to the spatial coordinates here to ensure that rogue teleporters always deliver their subjects to this dedicated cell. Naturally, these are all necessary precautions to prevent prison breaks. Careless ones, yes, but more often than not, individuals who plan the escapes while claiming to be here on vacation. I'm more than happy to put my trust in you, Kalis, but it is my professional obligation to remind you. Once again, the shackling prison is not a place where people walk about freely. Please be cautious in your operations here. As for the teleporter, we'll safely dispose of it in a few days. You may return through it now, Kalis, but since you've accidentally found yourself back in the Lafu, why not take a stroll around town? If there's nothing else, I shall take my leave. I think the doors are fun.
Peaceful days are like breezes, carrying the scent of wheat fields.
Over 48 complaints this month. By the laughter, we can't even get 50 orders in a month. But chef, we still have regulars coming in every day. Miss Perina is my old friend. I won't count this against her. You should reflect on your own issues. But as a head chef, shouldn't you be doing some self-reflection too? You bought this place before it closed down. Don't tell me you're planning to run into the ground again. This is where Walkstar was born. Of course I can't bear to see it go under. But this is the new era now. Who still wants plain home cooking with an ordinary taste, ordinary decor, and ordinary atmosphere? The Phantasm game is in full swing. We should be riding the wave. Would it really hurt to release some special dishes? Stop fooling around and think carefully about the purpose of your work. Do you want customers to come to our restaurant to savor your culinary skills, or just to chase after some fleeting social trends? The power of cooking lies in emotion, in life itself. We are here to comfort ordinary diners who are busy just getting through their days, using the simplest of dishes. Have you forgotten that? Head chef, no matter how moving your words are, it won't change the fact that the business is terrible. All right, you guys go prep the ingredients. No wonder Chair Scott created Walkstar. This head chef is just like the protagonist from her comic. Huh? And you are? Pirina. Oh, wait, just a second. Is Miss Pirina here right now? Perfect. We'd like to ask her a few questions. Yeah, don't worry. I'll call her for you. She's really here. Run, Perry, run! A figure climbed out the window and stumbled off. She ran away. Mercator, she must really be Vexus. If you want to catch up to her, you'll have to get past my blade. Leave the cook to me. Hurry and go after Vexus. I mean, that didn't really look like Vexus. She had green skin. Where's Miss Chair? Come on, hurry. Oh, that lens flare was nice. Forget it, just get on me quick. You gingerly sit down on Miss Chair as if ascending a royal throne. Relax, sit tight, and hold on. Super Chair mode activate. What the heck? Take a guess. Where's the seatbelt? Oh, that's fun. Blast, there's too many people ahead. I can't fly through. I'll take a detour around. You go ahead. Ooh. You successfully catch up to Chair and stop Piruna. To avoid causing a commotion, you lead Piruna to a quieter roadside. Running away the moment you see us, you must be Vexus. It's been 15 years. Why are you showing up now, just when I finally managed to live a normal life? Normal person. Can't I just be a normal person? 15 years ago, during the previous Phantasm games, Plain Arcadia was brimming with wish power. At that time, the Labyrinth game was about to end, and the comic was dominating the popularity charts. That's when I was born as an aberration. People love me for cutting down the injustices in the world, but truth is, I'm not a bloodthirsty person by nature. If I could, I would have chosen to live like a normal person long ago. But I was just so tired. The sins in the world were piled so high you couldn't see any hope through them. That's why I'm so glad I came here. Plain Arcadia doesn't have nearly as much evil, and I can finally live a normal life without worrying. Would you arrest an actor who plays a murderer in a detective show? In the real world, I've never harmed anyone. I haven't even harmed a single wish bay. Please believe me, all these crimes I committed were nothing but fictional stories. By the laughter, that's just viral marketing to hype up the animation adaptation. Don't take it seriously. I've laid it all out for you, so you should understand by now, right? Sorry, I don't understand. Which part don't you understand? Every single part. Since I was born, I've been trying every possible way to finish the comic that will never have a chance to be completed. Even the unfamiliar place, Mercator still tries her hardest to catch you. And you, with your superpowers, are telling me that you want to give it all up and be a normal person? Superpowers? In this mundane life, there are too many frustrations where you try your hardest but get nowhere. My marriage is dead in the water. My adopted kid's a disappointment. What am I supposed to do? Should I curse both my son, who keeps failing his exams, and his useless father to death? In the comic, I was always scheming and plotting my every move, yet I lived in constant fear. But now, even though I have to put in all my effort just to get through ordinary daily life, I feel steady and at peace. Those who seek the ordinary and those who seek the extraordinary will never truly understand each other. You can keep chasing after that thrilling heroic destiny from the comic, but Vexus is dead. Please let her go from your hearts. Cut the act, Vexus. Don't let her fool you. Want a peaceful, normal life? Fine. Crimes in the comic don't count? Sure thing. But are you really that pure and innocent in the real world? Have you never given in to your murderous desires and committed crimes? Of course I did not. Then why does the date of Cherskai's death perfectly match the day you came into existence? It was her. She killed Miss Chersky. The so-called death by illness was simply the result of her death curse. After becoming an aberration, you must have found out somehow that Chersky intended to write an ending where you failed and were captured. To stop her, you took her life. You even found out about all that? You really are. Why are you so obsessed? Why won't you just let me go? It's all because there was no ending, that you got the chance to go after Chersky, who created you. She loved comics so much, cared about all of you so much, and she was so talented. Sorry, for both me and her, that was the only way. I get it now. To make up for this mistake, I will give everything I have to fulfill Chersky's final wish, to draw the ending of this unfinished comic. You feel a wave of dizziness. When your vision clears, all that remains is an ordinary chair that can no longer speak. You look at the chair, but the chair can no longer look back at you. It seems Miss Chair truly gave it her all. A chair that can no longer jet around, and one that is even a bit uncomfortable to sit on. This is definitely not going to spark any fountains of inspiration. Asheville? Why is he calling me all of a sudden? How about that? Wasn't Mercator's deduction absolutely brilliant? Following you? Haha, don't underestimate the intelligence network of the Ashland detective. By the way, did you know Detective Mercator's greatest ability is her ability to retain every single detail inside her head and analyze them inside her mind gallery? Oh, not a Sherlock Holmes reference. Well, I still think this is a Death Note spinoff. I put myself through some intense training just to be like her, and I finally mastered the skill. Pretty impressive, right? You're right, Detective Mercator always manages to solve the mystery and uncover the truth at the most critical moments using her signature mind gallery technique. Let me teach you it right now. I'm sure it'll come in handy later. What would Mercator say at a time like this? Oh, I remember now. Attention, now it's deduction time. Since Miss Chair says she wants to complete the ending, there's a high chance the place they're going to is related to the author Chersky herself. That's where things get real interesting. Based on Mercator's deductions, Vexus likely harbored intense hatred towards the creator, who intended to give her a sad ending. This would establish a compelling motive for murder. As much as she won't admit it, Mercator made a grave error here. She conflated Vexus from the story with Peruna from the outside the story. Remember that conversation you overheard at Walk and Roll? No wonder Chersky's created Walkstar. This head chef is just like the protagonist from her comic. She's really here. Run, Perry, run. If you want to catch up to her, you'll have to first get past my blade. Miss Chair also mentioned that the head chef is just like a character straight out of the comic, and she seems to be close to Vexus too. So this is where the things obviously get contradictory. Based on Mercator's deductions, Vexus and the writer Chersky were sworn enemies who could not coexist in the same world. But at Walk and Roll, a place that is deeply connected to Chersky, and especially to her comic, not only is Vexus, who now goes by the name Peruna, a frequent guest, she's also a good friend of the owner. Impressive, but we need proof of the pudding here, and a detective's pipe needs tobacco to spark the flames of truth. About what really happened back then, I think you still need more information. This is Chersky's studio from when she was alive. More strictly speaking, it's a recreation of her studio based on my memory and deduction. After Miss Chersky's sister announced the news of her passing, I did some research. After all, she was one of my favorite comic artists. The comic ended right there back then, with M closing in on her and Vexus issued her final murder notice, declaring that she would kill someone truly innocent. Mercator and the security officer stage an ambush in M's name, ready to arrest Vexus the moment she moves to cast a death curse on her. Mercator decides on this move because she was certain she had never revealed her real name to Vexus. That must be why she's so convinced she'll win. As you flip through the manuscript, you notice that the final pages are heavily marked with revisions and correction. Mercator, justice never dies. You shall never. Vexus, what even counts as justice? That's right, the scene was littered with discarded drafts and loads of margin notes exploring various endings. This was exactly the kind of artist Chersky was, talented, diligent, and meticulous down to the last hair. To think that a genius like her was born only to leave behind fragments of her work, it's truly frustrating. A room with no obvious signs of struggle, with art supplies and draft papers scattered everywhere. It was in a space like this that Chersky created the Labyrinth game, a series still beloved by fans to this day. We now bring you this piece of news. Confirmed, prodigy comic artist Chersky passes away. Chersky, creator of the Labyrinth games and Walkstar, was confirmed dead this morning after emergency treatment for a sudden illness failed. Failure? A large crowd of fans is gathered on the streets, coming together to mourn Miss Chersky. At the memorial site, tensions flare when overzealous fans cause a disturbance. Reports indicate that the dispute resolved surprisingly around the ending of the Labyrinth game. Chersky's older sister confirmed that the artist had repeatedly received threatening letters concerning this very issue. Such disruptive behavior by extreme fans has continued unabated to this day. What are you talking about? You must have heard wrong. Mr. N was actually about to get into a fight over a banana, but I stopped him. It's only right that we all stand against toxic fan behavior. Who knows? Maybe Chersky struggled to finish the ending because of all that pressure. Despite repeated attempts, the mysterious sister was never heard from again. After that, Chersky was gone from the public eye, and no proper funeral was ever held. So, is the mysterious sister just Chersky pretending to not be Chersky? Is that what we're doing? Anyway, let's go through what we know so far. That's the most puzzling part of this case. Following Chersky's death, her fans hastily put together a memorial on their own. The exact cause of death and any funeral arrangements that were made were never reported to the media. And why was that? A brilliant comic artist struggling under immense pressure to complete the ending, suddenly passing away. Her mysterious sister announces the death and nothing has been heard since. And now we think Vexus might just be the mysterious sister. I see, so Chersky isn't actually dead. That would explain quite a few things. If Chersky isn't dead, where is she now? Chersky is Piruni. The comic artist and her villainous creation weren't adversaries, they were accomplices. I take it you already had some ideas? Yes, through all of this, one person stands out for their truly strange behavior. It's like they knew everything. Miss Piruna is an old friend of mine. She's really here, Perry, run! If you want to catch up to her, you'll have to first get past my blade. At first we thought the head chef was the inspiration for Chersky's Walkstar, but now it appears that she might be Chersky herself, who faked her death. Oh, I thought Piruna was going to be Chersky. Oh, look who's been following you guys around. Head chef. No, I should call you Miss Chersky, the prodigy comic artist. So the head chef is really Chersky. What a revelation. You knew the truth all along, didn't you? You realized Mercator would go off on a wild goose chase with her deductions, but as her fan, you couldn't bring yourself to point out her mistakes. That's why you refused to help us directly, am I right? Fine, deduction time is over. Now it's time for you to go confront Miss Chersky herself. That's it. Goodbye. So let's have a chat, Miss Chersky. I've long known this day would come, and yet now that it's here, I can't help but feel, the great finale has arrived. She's my self-portrait, isn't she? In some ways, she's an idealized version of me, purer, with a deeper and far stronger desire to complete the comic. But I've lost the will to continue. Creating comics is the most beautiful time of my life. I loved giving life to my characters through my drawings. But fans have all sorts of expectations, and characters have all sorts of destinies too. I had to carry all that pressure to find the perfect ending, but I'm just an ordinary person who loves drawing silly little comics. Everyone calls me a genius, but Vexus is the only one who truly gets me. She stepped out of the comic and told me to stop when I felt exhausted. Forget about everyone else's expectations, she said. Those millions of readers can wait. From now on, that weak version of you is dead. And after killing that version of myself, the self that was weighed down by so many expectations, I actually felt true freedom. I know you're in a hurry, but you can catch your breath here first. How about I make you something to eat? Why can't I simply draw comics and cook as I please? Why must I face public opinion, the obsessive fans, the constant pressure to complete the ending? Please, I'm just a coward who can't face the comic that's causing me so much pain anymore. You're right. I promised Piruna I'd give her a brand new life. This might be the only thing I can do for her now. As for Chair and Mercator, I created them, and they were once my most beautiful memories. It's true that I haven't been able to let go of them even for a single day. Oh well, I've had 15 years of peace up until after now. Come with me. I think Chair will take them to where I used to draw. I can show you the way. And don't forget to bring the chair along. Why can't the mysterious sister just come up with a manuscript and be like, hey, while I was clearing out my stuff, I found the beta version of the ending. Vexus, my best of partners, remember the time we parted ways? Why aren't you saying anything? Alright, let me refresh your memory. You may not remember the name of Riddick, but you likely remember his crimes. He kidnapped the rival's daughter and murdered her in cold blood. We had been on the case an entire year, but he was protected at every turn, and the girl's death was eventually ruled an accident. But then you asked me what justice really meant, and I had no answer for you. And your version of justice can't provide tit-for-tat punishment, then the so-called justice that's always delayed and doomed to be absent cannot be the right answer. So your answer is to commit brutal murders in the name of justice? Brutal. Death by vigilante justice is still way too merciful compared to what he committed. Even now, you still won't admit you're the vigilante. Enough. That's where the original ending stops. That's not enough, Vexus. Even if this person did deserve what they got, what about all those innocent lives you took after that? Please, just look at me. I'm the innocent one. I just want a normal life, Detective Mercator, so please just leave me alone. Hey, come on, that's not how your character should act or speak. Moving on. Innocent, you say? That was... Then what about the deceased Chair Sky, Vexus? It's time for you to face justice. Hold on a second. Vexus did not kill Chair Sky. I say that because I am your creator, the comic artist Chair Sky. As you can see, I'm still alive. You're still alive? You look really worn out. I'm sorry, you must have used up so much wish power trying to fill in that ending I never drew. You don't need to apologize. I don't know why you chose to fake your death, but from the bottom of my heart, your art is truly, truly amazing. Miss Chersky, I'm sorry. I never wanted to pull you back into any more drama surrounding this comic. No, this all started because of me. I should be the one apologizing, Perry. I've been running from this for far too long. What's going on here? Mercator, in the real world, Vexus has never committed any crimes, nor will she ever commit any. You no longer have to wear yourself out chasing her. You're free now, ready to embrace a brand new life like we did. A new life? What life is that? Am I supposed to live as an ordinary life just like her? But I'm a Detective Mercator, the great detective who never stops hunting evil. So what you're saying is all that chasing I've been doing has been for absolutely nothing? Sorry, I need some time alone right now. I understand how she feels. It is just as how I was born with an obsession to finish the comic. For Mercator, hunting down Vexus has been her whole life. I've been feeling a little lost myself, but now that I know Chersky is alive, it feels like I have something new to look forward to. Unfortunately, that isn't true for Mercator yet. Please do me a favor and console her in my stead. She's just a little overwhelmed after learning all these. Thank you for bringing me the truth. I spent my whole life pursuing justice, only to be crushed by a truth that's far from just. Don't you think it's absurd? I'm absurd? Yeah, those clear-cut black and white truths about justice are probably easier for people to accept. From the very moment I was born in the comic, I've been chasing criminals, punishing evil, and bringing justice to the world nonstop. Like I said before, you can curse everything, but you can never curse justice. I also believe that the failure has no place in Detective Mercator's pipe. This is what I was born for, and these are the words that have kept me going all this time. Do you know how much despair I felt when I realized I was nothing but a comic character? But I still pulled myself together because I believed that this world needed me, and that it really needed me to save it by arresting Vexus. But now everything is gone. My dreams, my purpose, the justice I fought for, they're all gone. An endless pursuit like this is just too agonizing to bear. Thanks for talking to me. I'm starting to see things a little more clearly now. Everything I've been chasing, it's all just a made-up story. But so what? I've given it my all to get to this point, so even if it's just a story, I demand an ending from Destiny. Miss Sky, since you're still alive, please finish drawing our final showdown. I need this if I am fully to accept the new journey ahead of me. You want me to draw the ending? But it's been too long. Actually, I would like that too. I've always thought Chair Sky to be really amazing, and since I'm her self-portrait, I've made sure to keep my back straight and my eyes wide open every day. It's the only way I can do our genius comic art justice. Even though I haven't met you back then, your writing was just so gentle and full of happiness. I always could feel your love for me. So I won't force you to draw the ending, because someone who loves comics as much as you do must have their reasons for not doing so. So this is what you call the harsh realities of the ordinary people, huh? To be honest, this is far from ordinary. When you have the time, come to the kitchen and try your hand at cooking. I'm sure that you get a taste for day-to-day life living there. Actually, I already came up with an ending 15 years ago. Really? It was an ending I had in my outline, but as I drew, I couldn't convince myself that it was an ending everyone would love, and the perfect conclusion among countless possibilities. Nah, anything you draw would be absolutely perfect. Don't put me on a pedestal like that, Miss Chair. Comic artists have to make a living too, you know. So of course I had to take the editor's opinions, the publisher's view, and my readers' likes and dislikes into account. Once you start thinking about all that, the perfection goes right out the window. Are you worried about me? Have you actually forgotten that I'm Vexus just because you've been calling me Perry for 15 years? As a vigilante who punishes evil, I've been ready to face judgment. This may be hard for me to accept, but if bringing me to justice is what Mercator considers a life she's willing to give everything for, then we're not so different after all, because I feel the same way about living an ordinary life. Remember what you wrote in your notes from the author? You said a first-rate idea in your head is worth less than a third-rate one on paper. Don't tell me you don't actually believe any of this. Stop worrying about the pressure and responsibility. Remember, you don't have to shoulder it all by yourself. After all, the ones who played this thrilling game to a spectacular finale were actually Vexus and I in the comic. Let's put an end to all this. We'll see if she lives like a hero and if I die like a villain. Alright. Definitely getting meta. Back then, Mercator enlisted the security bureau's help in M's name and set a trap for the site of their final confrontation. Had Vexus tried blah blah blah. Mercator reunited with her former best of partners, Vexus determined to succeed and feeling extremely confident since she had never revealed her true name. In the murder case of Milos, the pen left at the scene was your favorite band, and after the confident Frady was cursed to death, I also saw one who looked remarkably like you in the archive room surveillance footage. In Chairman Taka, a suspected crime boss died the very day after you were forced to release him without charges. Even now, you still won't admit you're the vigilante. You've certainly done your homework, M. So it's true, you already know who I was. Not only do I know who you are, I also know the high-ranking official has just been killed by a curse, and that all the security officers who are lying in wait have not been reassigned to VP protection duty. Mercator, just as justice is always betrayed by power, you have now once again been grossly let down by the world full of rotten filth. Mercator's heart was pounding like a drum, realizing she was completely on her own now. She had slipped her hand into her pocket and quietly pressed the record button. So, do you really have to kill someone? Since there's so much rotten filth in the world, we should excise it all with death. We were once the best of partners. Surely you understand me, and you'll be willing to help me, right? So be my best partner again, and together we will create a new world of absolute justice. No, whatever the reason, justice built on murder can never be true justice. Give it up, Vexus. Even if I'm the only one left, I will arrest you no matter what. Oh, I guess this means goodbye then, McDonough. How did you know? How did I know that Mercator isn't your true name, you ask? Because I never wanted to kill anyone. The day I cursed Riddick to death, I was so terrified I put a curse on myself. Vexus, whose hands were covered in blood, was slain by the righteous Mercator. Then I just waited for death to take me, but nothing happened. That's when it finally dawned on me Mercator, my best of partners, had never revealed her true name to me. The day you saw me checking the surveillance footage from the archive room, I uncovered the name Frady, as well as yours, McDonough. But I never wanted to curse you to death, because we used to be the best of partners, and I was the one who taught you to always carry a voice recorder on you. And unfortunately, it's that very habit that forces me to bid you farewell today. If I die, this world will once again be filled with people tainted by rotten filth, so rest in peace, McDonough. Are you saying that I had already failed years ago? No, you haven't failed, Mercator. I would never let you fail. I will carry your wishes with me and build a new, absolutely just world. There's pure justice shall prevail. What's with that? This is a pretty good ending. Why didn't you draw it 15 years ago? Mercator's laughs and vanishes before your eyes. To be continued. It's over. So this is how it ends, huh? 15 years ago, anti-hero characters like these were really popular. At a time when I was still weak and immature, I found myself drawn to decisive and ruthless characters like Vexus. It's just the obsession that's faded away, that's all. I really admire her being able to burn with such complete passion for one purpose. She must really admire you too, given how she's able to let go of those grandiose obsessions, simply live fully in the present. What do you admire her for? You do seem rather gratified. Alright folks, I have to head home and help my kid with his homework. By the laughter, I hope I can keep my cool. As for Mercator's fate in the comic, it's all in your hands now. Go live out your ordinary days. And thank you for your help. Without you, I might still be running away from everything. See you, my friend. Then come with me. A comic artist always needs a chair that can zoom around fast. Huh? What's with that weird scenario being used? Sometime later. It all happened in a flash. Chair Sky, cornered by over 20 media outlets and a dozen publishers, jumped onto her jet-powered chair and made a break for it. And nobody could catch up to her, except for one Furbo. And so that very chair ended up taking her place for the Furbo's exclusive interview. Take your advertising somewhere else, buddy, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. Want to check out the new work by Chair Sky, the artist who famously came back to life? The Mercator Files is now flying off the shelves at a store near you. I never expected Miss Chair Sky to go back to drawing comics again. I definitely didn't expect her to reunite with the Mercator in this way. Long time no see, my friend. I've officially received legal recognition from the Department of Aberration Defense, so from now on you can call me by my real name, Vexus. As it turns out, while Miss Chair Sky might be a great cook, she isn't so great at running a business. Rock and roll eventually went under, and she had to return to her own profession, but if you ask me, she was simply looking for an excuse. Back then, Miss Chair Sky chose to feign her death because she couldn't handle the pressure that came with being a famous comic artist, but this time she doesn't have to shoulder all that pressure by herself. Look at the cover of the Mercator Files. It says, Stories by Miss Chair, Art by Miss Chair Sky. Having Miss Chair take all the heat while you sit back and quietly draw behind the scenes. How sly of you, Miss Chair Sky. She won't. That chair zips around so quickly there's no way she'll be able to shake it off her tail, even if she tried. Hopefully this time, whether they're chasing the extraordinary or embracing the ordinary, everyone gets what they wish for. Have fun hanging around here. I have to go buy some workbooks for my little rascal at home. See you around. Kalis, have you read the fan comic I sent last time? Yep, I've seen it all. Please forget about it quickly. Among them was a pirated copy of the Labyrinth game that closely resembled the original, all style and no substance. How dare they append such a poor imitation arbitrarily depicting Mercator's defeat? Breaks my heart. Do you not like Vexus? No, I just thought that a true masterpiece should never end. Could it be that Chair Sky drew this herself? She doesn't understand the Labyrinth game. Lamau. Miss Vexus, what a surprise to see you here. That's not too much trouble. Could I get your autograph? Of course, but I seem to recall that you were a hardcore Mercator fan, so why are you asking me for an autograph? Since I won't be seeing Mercator anytime soon, I guess I'll just have to settle for second best. You want to get cursed to death right here and now? Then quit fanning the flames. But hey, I just found something interesting, so consider it a little meet and greet gift from a fellow Mercator fan. What Asheville and you take is the first volume of Mercator Files. On the frontispiece... Frontispiece? I have not seen that word before. Front is piece. Someone has left a line in bold, flowing writing. This is my final assignment for you. Keep an eye on those two, and don't let them skip out on many more updates. Thank you. Thank you. Lamau. To be continued. Witness the conclusion of the Labyrinth game. Oh, I guess they intend to extend it because we're gonna get to store our fire. Okay. Well, that works out for us. Do these keep cycling, or do they, like... I am so confused if you ever run out of those to do. So anyway, thank you all so much for coming. We got a couple side quests done there. I hope to see you all next time. Oh, let's see if we, speaking of which, before we leave, let us see if we have enough. Ah, we're just a little short. That's fine. Ah, darn. I was hopeful. Well, we got one wish back. Alright, so that puts us at 25. We're gonna do one more 10 pull, so that'll be 30 more 10 pulls, and that'll put us at like 35. And then after that, we'll save everything else for all the new upcoming banners. So I thank you all so much for coming. I will see you all next weekend. We're gonna do some more of these side quest missions. As you can see, we're slowly making our way through them. And then when that... Oh, look, the phone booth. Yeah, we have done that one before. I remember it. So they do reset some of them. Okay, and then I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye, everyone. Drink some good food to get some good sleep. And also, because we've been having so many heat waves, try to stay cool if you can. Bye!